everyone, and welcome to the General Hospital recap for October 2nd. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Also, be a beauty and click that bell down there so you get daily notifications when we upload a recap. Dun, dun. It is October, which means I have my spooky lipstick on. I have been so anxious to start wearing the black in videos, and I'm so happy I am. Let's get right to it, because honestly, this episode, am I right? At Nelle's, Michael comes over and he asks why she lied, and she's like, "Well, I didn't lie." And then he takes the ring out of his pocket. Power move. And he asks if this is the ring that Sharon Grant was asking about. She's offended that he snooped through her stuff, and like, honestly, really? He says that he was just moving a book and it dropped and it was hollowed out, and he looked inside. It was like technically open, and he was surprised since she had just addressed this ring and said that she had lost it. He asked if this is Zach's ring. She says, "No, it's mine. Zach gave it to me. Does it matter?" Yeah, it matters a lot. He tells her she has to give this ring back to the Grants because it's a family heirloom. It's not like Zach bought it for her. He says that this was meant to be passed down to, their children together, to relatives. And she does not want to give the ring back to the people who accused her. She didn't get to keep happy memories or anything like that. She didn't get to have anything. Anytime she even remembers him, it's all tainted with all this stuff. So what is she, keeping it out of spite? Yeah, kind of. She basically is at the stance of, why should I give the ring back? Why do they deserve the ring? And he's like, fine, then why and say you lost it? Why not present your case like that? She didn't want Sharon to have her ring, and Michael thinks that Sharon could go after her to pursue getting the ring back, because that's what he would do if he was in Sharon's position. If the ring he gave to someone, then they break up, like, he would want that ring back. He tells her to give back the ring, and the family will probably back off a little bit because it'll be like the one decent thing she did. Well, he doesn't say that. I said that. It's at the very least the smart thing to do so that they'll back off, but she won't do it. It bothers him that she lied to him and is now continuing on this track. And she's like, well, I didn't really lie to you. I didn't tell you I didn't have it. And then she blames the fact that she was going to work and they couldn't pursue that conversation. This doesn't make her look good, though, and Michael says it makes her look like his grandmother was right about her. Oh, snappity snap, 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 snap. Wow. Wow, she says, wow. His family is going to win this, aren't they? And he says he's just trying to make sense of all this, because this isn't the person he thought she was. She says that she has a reason. She has her reasons. She's protecting herself. If she tells the truth, Sharon would sue her. Michael says that he would have defended her. He wishes she would have trusted him, and she wishes that he would have trusted her too. Somehow he's in the wrong here. I don't know how, but somehow he's in the wrong. She refuses to go through with this again. Who's he gonna believe, basically? Ultimatum, who's he gonna believe? Sharon or her? At General Hospital, Alexis kind of falls into Dr. Bench because her heel breaks, and Sam calls Jason and updates him on her tests. So far, so good, and he has a visitor, apparently. Dr. Bench walks Alexis to a bench, hey, and he fixes her heel. Alexis tells Sam to back off, that she doesn't want Dr. Bench's number because Sam's still trying to push this. Alexis says that she's not ready to put herself out there. She might never be ready, and Sam asks if it's because she's afraid Julian would find out. Sam doesn't think Alexis just wants to be alone or write her memoirs or focus on work and things like that. She's the kind of person that wants to be with someone. And then Sam winds up apologizing. She's just worried about her, and she asks Alexis not to shut herself off from love again, and Alexis will take it under advisement. Dr. Bench comes back with her shoe, and Sam winds up leaving because the labs are running late and to give Alexis and Dr. Bench some more time together. At the long-term facility, Franco visits Jason with a bunch of balloons and stuff. Jason immediately asks Franco why he visited him at the ICU. Franco tries to play it like he didn't visit him, but Jason can literally quote every single sentence he said to him, so that's not really working. He tries to say it's a dream, and Jason's like, no, I know it wasn't a dream, okay? So, okay, he stopped by, but he doesn't remember what he said, and that Jason should just forget it. Jason wants to make sure we're not back to where we were years ago with that whole twin thing that we have since resolved. And Franco says, no, it was just some paranoia, but it's fine now. Jason knows about the picture, though, and Franco says he investigated, and the kid in the photo was just a kid from the neighborhood and had nothing to do with Jason like he originally thought. But Jason asks why he jumped to the conclusion that they were brothers or related in some way. And Franco's like, well, I didn't exactly have any friends, so I didn't think it could be one of my friends. And I also had this imaginary friend, but he was real. And Jason's like, wait a second. What? Yeah, Jason, a lot happens when you're in a coma. Okay? And Franco says that he just learned that this imaginary friend was a neighborhood friend he actually did have, but his mom overreacted when the kid left and told him that he was fake to protect him. And Jason's like, okay. And we were all like, okay. And then Franco's like, but you wouldn't be able to tell me any different because you have no memories of your childhood, right? They're both going to move past this and pretend it never happened, but Jason wants to see the photo. Of course Jason wants to see the photo. Why wouldn't Jason want to see the photo? In Russia, Ava asks what's going on. The alarm's going. A nurse tells her to get back in her room, and Dr. Klein is calling for reinforcements. He's trying to figure out who helped patient 6 escape, and then Dr. Klein sees an earring on the floor and figures it out. Dr. Klein comes into Ava's room. She is missing an earring. Ruh-roh, but it's on her bandage side, so I'm sure she doesn't even feel it. She doesn't even know it's missing. Because even if you're not hurt, like, feeling your ears is weird. I don't feel my ears, see? I wouldn't know they're there. Are they there? There they are. Dr. Klein asks her about her stay, almost like an outpatient survey, and Ava's like, you know, it's a little dull from having no internet or TV, but, you know, whatever. The treatments are working, so I'm happy. And then she's like, why are you, like, asking me this now? We're not done. And he tells her that she has a problem with rules and patient 6 escaped, and then shows her the earring. Dun, dun, dun. Ava says that she didn't know she lost her earring. A staff member must have picked it up, and when they went into patient 6's room, must have dropped it, don't you know? Dr. Klein isn't buying it, though. He thinks that Ava helped patient 6 escape, and he says there will be consequences. She tells him it was all a paperclip, and it's really the staff's fault for leaving the paperclip where he could get it. Like, all she did was hand it back to him, so, like, not really her fault. She didn't really help him. She just kind of, you know, handed him something. He tells her that she still looks burned under those bandages. She's like, yeah, but you're gonna restore me. And he says she's caused him nothing but trouble and apologies are meaningless in Russia. Well, that is a new thing that I learned today. He gets a call, he's not happy, and the other person isn't happy either, and I think he's going to try to take care of Ava. So Ava's really nervous. She asked Dr. Klein not to stop her treatments. She's sorry. She's so beyond sorry. She should have listened. She didn't know, but he's like, it's too late. Patient 6 is gone. Like, there's no way to make this right. She asked for another chance. She'll pay more money. She just wants to be whole again, which that's a little problematic right there. And he says that she ruined her shot all on her own. Patient 6 is John McClaning around and sneaking, and he is escaping. He is going upstairs now, and it's so crazy to see Steve Burton back on my screen. He runs into someone, a priest, and the priest is like, why aren't you wearing shoes? Have you been watching too much Die Hard? The priest doesn't say that, but, like, I wish he had. And Jason says that Jason says he had to leave without them. All right, I mean, come on. He was in a really bad place. The priest asks if he can help him, and Jason asks where the train station is. The priest says, like, how are you going to pay for the train? You don't even have shoes. And he's like, I'll figure it out. But the train is far away. This priest has shoes that he can wear if he comes to the church because there's a lot of donations. Jason is hesitant, but we'll go with him. And honestly, Jason! Okay, I'm happy. You know how I am, right? I ragged on this for months, and I'm still sad because Hayden's gone. But, like, Jason. At the Russian church, Jason's there, and by the way, there's a Russian church in New Jersey that's absolutely gorgeous. We were on a road trip and passed it, and it has like this gold top, and we were like, oh my goodness, this is the most gorgeous thing I've seen in my life. Anyway, Jason's there. The priest will get him shoes. He feels that God sent him because he's never used that alley before, and now he's able to help this weary traveler. Then there's some clattering at the door. Jason hides, and the priest goes to meet the guest. The guest is Griffin! The guest is Griffin! I'm wearing red pants, and the guest is Griffin. Oh, I'm so happy. And he asks if he can pray here because he's Griffin and he's magic and I love him. He can pray here. It's allowed. The priest thinks he's troubled though and God will send him help. And I was like, oh yeah, yep. God will send you help, all right. Help is already here. So Griffin's sitting there praying with his eyes closed, and like him and Jason and Griffin are so close, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And Jason moves behind Griffin and sits on the pew behind him, and is like, hey, I'm an American too, because Griffin had told the priest he was an American, and he asked for a favor, and like they're talking worlds colliding. This is Duke Slavery's son. Oh my goodness, I'm so happy. I've never been happier before in my life. Yeah. Griffin asks how he can help, and Jason asks to make a phone call. A phone call. A call on a telephone. And now end scene. Now asks who Michael believes, her or Sharon. Michael doesn't think she can murder anyone, which is sweet. He says, just like Sheen says she needs time to trust someone, he needs time to come to terms with this. Which is basically Michael's speak for thin ice. She asks if he's sure he wants to leave, because he's going to leave. She's going to work right now, and he can stay or root around in her stuff if he wants. He's not you, Nelle. He didn't do it on purpose. But, you know, as they say, people assume other people are like them. So if they would have done something, they assume another person would have done something. I'm not articulating it right, but you get what I'm saying. Michael says he wants to help, but she has to meet him halfway. He leaves the ring on the table. Coma Jason, previously Coma Jason, well that doesn't really work, they were both kind of. Port Charles Jason is curious. Jake sees a resemblance between him and this kid, and Franco says he lost the picture. Port Charles Jason doesn't believe it. He just has to come to terms with the fact that he has a look-alike out there who used to look like he used to look. Because he got, a whole face thing done. Sam comes into the room as Franco's leaving. Then Dr. Bench asks Alexis to go dancing one night, and Alexis is like, no, I don't think so. And then basically tells him all her baggage, just like she went on the show baggage. Ex-husband in jail, crazy dad, pretended to be a butler, and she says that if he wants, they can skip the dancing and just talk, because he is still interested. Sam asks Port Charles Jason why Franco was here, and he says he asked him to come. He visited him in the ICU, and he's still trying to figure out why he was there. Sam gets a call from someone. Her car alarm's going off in the garage, so she has to go deal with that, and she leaves her phone in Jason's room, so obviously doesn't play Pokemon Go trying to get those KMs, am I right? Griffin gives Russia Jason his phone, and Jason's like, is this new? Yeah, and Griffin's like, yeah, I always have to be the one getting the new phone. So it's an iPhone 8. I think they delayed the release of the iPhone 8, didn't they? Anyway, I'm not getting an iPhone 8, because it's weird. But in any event, Jason's been away for a while now, so he has missed like at least 5 iPhones. You just measure time in iPhones, basically. Anyway, Griffin is thinking about he and Ava's interaction in the boxing rink, and he prays that he can find Ava and bring her home. Ava's upset, and she's like, I can't believe I have to go home like this, or something about going home. What am I supposed to do? Just go home, I think she says. And the doctor's like, who says you're going home? Ruh-roh. Sam's phone rings in Port Charles Jason's room, and Jason's like, oh, what am I gonna do? Okay, I'll answer it. He answers the phone, and it's Russia Jason. Both Jasons are on the phone with each other. It's like, hello? Who's this? Wait, who's this? Who's this? You calling me? Well, they don't do that, but that's probably, I just want all of tomorrow's episode, well, today's episode. I could watch it. I haven't watched the episode for the 3rd yet today, okay? I will as soon as I go inside. I hope it is just a solid hour of who's this? Who's this? You called me. Well, who were you trying to call? Well, tell me your name and I'll tell you if I was trying to call you. Well, you tell me your name. You're calling me from an unfamiliar phone number. Just a solid hour. I could watch it for a solid hour. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched Patio Chat, which a lot of you did and seemed to like it, thank you so much. I am catching up on comments and we are compiling for our next Patio Chat. Like, honestly, it was so much fun. But thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't watched Patio Chat, I'll put it at the end of this video so you can click right on it. And I will see you tomorrow for more General Hospital. Okay, bye.